All right, y'all. How's it going?
Hola, hola.
We are in the car today, and we are doing midnight. It's not really midnight. What time is it? 10:30 Bible study, and we are open your Bible up to 1 Peter 3, and we have our Bible version is probably a little different than yours.
Yeah, we got the Fellow Christian Athlete Study Bible.
I don't know what version
It's the CSB, Christian Standard Bible.
Christian Standard Bible version. And the chapter is titled Husbands and Wives. How do you want to do it? Should we read off just like big paragraphs or just like sections? Let's do sections.
Yeah, where do you want me to start?
I can do this. You do that, and then I'll finish that. Does that sound good?
Okay.
All right, wives and husbands. In the same way, wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands, so that even if some disobey the word, they may be won over without a word by the way their wives live, when they observe your pure, reverent lives. Don't let your beauty consist of outward things like elaborate hairstyles and wearing gold jewelry or fine clothes, but rather what is inside the heart, the imperishable quality of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. For in the past, the holy women who put their hope in God also adorned themselves in this way, submitting to their own husbands, just as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. You have become her children. When you do what is good and do not fear any intimidation. Husbands, in the same way, live with your wives in an understanding way, as with a weaker partner, showing them honor as co-heirs of the grace of life, so that your prayers will not be hindered.
Do no evil. Finally, all of you be like-minded in sympathetic love. Love one another and be compassionate and humble, not paying back evil for evil or insult for insult, but on the contrary, giving a blessing, since you were called for this, so that you may inherit a blessing. For the one who wants to love life and to see good days, let him keep his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. And let him turn away from evil. Who then will harm you if you are devoted to what is good? But even if you should suffer for righteousness, you are blessed. Do not fear them or be intimidated. But in your hearts regard Christ, the Lord, as holy, ready at any time to give a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. Yet do this with gentleness and reverence, keeping a clear conscience, so that when you are accused, those who disparage you, conduct in Christ, will be put to shame. For it is better to suffer for doing good, if that should be God's will, than for doing evil. For Christ also suffered for sins, once for all, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he might bring you to God. He was put to death in the flesh, but made alive by the Spirit, in which he also went and made proclamation to the spirits in prison, who in the past were disobedient when God patiently waited in the days of Noah while the ark was being prepared. In it, a few, that is, 8 people, were saved through water. Baptism, which corresponds to this, now saves you, not as the removal of dirt from the body, but the pledge of a good conscience towards God, through the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who has gone into heaven and is at the right hand of God, with angels, authorities, and powers subject to him.
All right.
That's 3. I just want to go back real quick to the beginning of 3, and I actually love this, and, this might be a little biased to my life, but personally, there we go. Personally, I just think that when it says, what does it say? It's like, don't let your beauty consist of outward things like elaborate hairstyles and wearing gold jewelry or fine clothes, but rather what is the inside of the heart, the imperishable quality of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. I think why I like that is not to be like the, oh bro, what do you like best? Personality.
Yeah.
Not like that, but I love that it says that, because when I look for a girlfriend, even my girlfriend, she doesn't wear Gucci. She doesn't wear like these, crazy designer brands. She's not always doing her makeup. She doesn't really care how her hair looks, right? But then it's like, she's like a genuine girl, if that makes sense. Like this says, but rather what is in the inside of the heart, the imperishable quality of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is the great worth in God's sight. I think that all of us are, in great worth of God's sight. But I just think that speaks even more truly, and that's just even more just great, a great quality to have. Great.
I wanna comment on that.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, obviously this verse is saying, like, don't let your beauty consist of outward things. But I think also there isn't anything wrong with looking good, like looking presentable.
Totally. Yeah.
I think with this, like, I think at least how I'd take this is like, it's kind of like, don't like kind of like idolize it.
Don't
like make it like
totally.
Like turn it into something that you kind of like idolize. I don't know. That's just kind of like how I see it.
I think like idolizing it could also be like, don't always care.
Yeah.
How much you look like, if you're going to grab lunch with a friend for like half an hour, oh, do I look presentable? Like, oh, do I look, instead of like caring about having to go
not
time with
into
your
like
friend.
the extreme.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's definitely a good quote.
Also, like, verse 10, where it says, "For the one who wants to love life and to see good days, let him keep his tongue from evil, his lips from speaking deceit, and let him turn away from evil and do what is good. Let him seek peace and pursue it, because the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to the prayer. But the face of the Lord is against those who do what is evil."
I just realized I forgot to read that little part. I didn't even see that.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go.
But I do love that, though. And I really like that because that first part, for the one who wants to love life and to see those good days, it'll definitely be hard because it's a sinful temptation. But to keep your lips from speaking deceit and your tongue from evil, it's so hard. And I know that all of you watching, and even I, and, Luke, we all have struggles. And I think a main one is just speaking that evil, having that deceit come out of our lips. So I definitely like that.
Yeah. Also, it's like also like God, like there's so many verses in the Bible that show that and say that God favors the righteous, right? Like you maybe being the bigger person, say you have 5 and you're being the bigger person, like you choosing the righteous path, it's not like going unrewarded. Like you're being rewarded. God is like showing favor for you choosing that, right? Rather than like, like it might not seem like you're receiving any reward, and it's not always like, a physical reward. Sometimes it's like that peace of mind is that reward.
Yeah.
And like your heart, and obviously like God's favor. But it's not, I don't know. I just think, because a lot of times it's like, why would I do the good thing? Like, it doesn't seem like there's any good for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to look at verse 14, the second part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love this. I play football. So this is just like a good one for me for football. But honestly, not even football, just honestly as anything. Do not fear them or be intimidated. And the earlier part of that is starting at 13. Who then will harm you if you are devoted to what is good? But even if you should suffer for righteousness, you are blessed. Do not fear them or be intimidated. I think why I like that second part of verse 14 is just for me, it's like, as a football player, I look at the other team, do not fear them or be intimidated. Because that's like, for me, it's like, okay, why should I fear him? I should have no fear. I shouldn't be intimidated. I can go in this mind saying, I got this, I can conquer this. 1 Corinthians 10:31, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it for the glory of God. That's always what I think about every game. Love that verse. But going back to this one, whoops, knocked the ice cream spoon. Going back to this one, do not fear them and be intimidated. How we can take that into our daily lives. I mean, if you got like a bully or just someone you don't like or just someone that can scare you or situations that can scare you, don't fear it. Because the Lord is always in your heart and he's always with you. I don't know where that other napkin went. No. Complications, guys. you would say.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's
Right behind, I don't know.
appreciate it. Yeah, that's good.
Good.
Um,
But yeah, just, you know, if you got hard situations, hard moments, just don't be afraid and don't be intimidated. Even if it seems like something that you cannot get out of, something you can't escape, you will.
yeah.
Because God is going to get you out of it. So good. And he's not only going to take this, he's not even going to take this hard part and just like, boom, it's gone. But he's going to take this hard part, right? And he's going to expand it into something that's even better that you don't even know is coming.
I'm going to also end right over here, unless you have something to add in verse 18. For Christ also suffers for sins once for all, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he may bring you to God. He has put death in the flesh, but made alive by the Spirit. And I think that's like so symbolic, because like when we put our faith in God, like we die to our flesh and then we were born again, we become alive again in the Spirit. And I don't know, that's just stands out to me.
I mean, even just looking in 19, in which he also went and made proclamations to the spirits in prison, who in the past were disobedient when God patiently waited in the days of Noah while the ark was being prepared. I mean, we could even think of just those in prison literally, or we can think of those who are just in bad times.
Yeah.
Those who have not accepted Christ are in that prison. That that key that they need is Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
They need that key to their heart, that prison cell that's around them. And so it's just when it says he went and made proclamations to the spirits in prison, that's like, you know, it could be us sharing the gospel to those who've never heard of Jesus Christ. So that's something that we could all do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
that was good.
Sweet. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Love you guys.
Let us know if you guys want us to do another Bible study.
And if you want us to, you know, go over anything particular, maybe even a Q&A video too.
Yeah, or like if you want like a specific like chapter or like chapters or verse or whatever that you want us to like talk about.
Yeah.
Just ask us in the comments. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Adios, amigos. See ya.